I'm Chase.
And I'm Timothy.
And this is Customer Service. Hello, welcome back. Here we are to another episode of the Customer Service Podcast hosted by myself, Chase. This is Timothy. I was going to switch out the names, but it's not funny. I did that for a YouTube video like a week ago, so I'm done with that.
Didn't get a laugh like you're hoping?
I just did. I forgot I did, and I wasn't going to double up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
how we doing?
Oh, fine. Didn't sleep well.
Hey.
Feel a little crazy.
I feel you on that.
We just wrapped up a pod. My ears hurt from wearing the headphones.
I'm literally shivering, dude. Like
it's so cold in this office. We bring it up in the thing. It's so cold. Something happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I'm fine.
Cool.
Pretty good. You were sick yesterday, but you're fine now.
I was out yesterday. I woke up, texted y'all, sent Cole and Sage a text, and then I slept from 10 to 1:30 or 2. I had a 4-hour nap immediately after waking up. It was kind of tight. I think it's exactly what I needed.
Yeah, probably. They say the best way to cure yourself of things is sleeping.
I was thinking, I don't even think I had... I walked to and from the kitchen probably 6 times throughout the day, and then outside of peeing, that was the only movement that I did, which was great. I literally was in the room the entirety of the day.
I think I'm at my, through years of therapy, I'm at my mind-body connection for the first time in my life where I'm like, I think that I feel better when I sleep more. And I think it's the first time, I'm not joking around either. It's the first time at my age that I went, I think that's a thing that's correlated.
Well, you and I have talked on all fronts that you just said, therapy, feeling, understanding your body. And I've famously said, I've never noticed my body or how I felt one time. So,
this says a lot about what we're probably rocking with, but I'm a classic, I'll get home and I'm like, oh, fuck, them bruises and cuts on me. Yeah. And I never noticed at all. All the time, I'll be like, what did I get blood on? You know what I mean?
No, I feel you.
So it's I'll run into things a lot, and I'm a calculated person overall, but
dude, you're not a messy guy or a flippant guy.
I get moving
when
I'm especially when I'm mask off at home and I'm running into stuff.
Yeah, I feel you mask off at home.
Shout out this old guy staring directly at us while we podcast.
they must be doing something
insane.
That's cool though. Good for you, dude, for having that unifying connection.
Maybe we'll take it a bit more seriously now than before. But luckily I've never had big problems with sleep other than I just didn't like to do it. I still don't like to do it. I want to be up early and I want to be up late, and then afternoon's kind of a throwaway. I suppose that one. If I could choose where to sleep in a day, that's where I would choose.
In the afternoon?
Yeah, 1 to... How many hours do I need? 1 to 8? I can throw those out. There's nothing going on.
While what I'm about to say is, I understand that I used to sleep a solid 11 and a half hours, pretty regularly. I don't think that's the move. But I will say, I think a solid 8 is kind of... We all agree. Sleeping more is good for your body. We all agree.
It seems like science backs this.
Science gone too far. They're trying to push us on sleep. So anyway, hopefully it's some better sleep tonight. But I'm feeling back in it. Not as ill as I was yesterday. We got a fun one today, Brondo.
We got a fun one.
We had the boys back from retail therapy. Barret Dudley and Defries.
We're also finding out that they've got pods all over town.
They've got pods
all over town. We'll list them all below, but you guys go check them out because if you like them or you like listening to them, they're covering all sorts of stuff. So.
Yeah, shout out these boys. We found out about them because somebody came in the store and was like, "Oh, you guys were just shouted out on Sunday Scaries," and I didn't realize Sunday Scaries retail therapy. I don't know which one they found us from, but they shouted us out on that, and they're like, "We didn't even know you guys were in town," and got some customers that way. So. Really like these fellas, really easy to get along with. Synonymous in the fuckery and the fucking around bits. They like Tim Robinson. They so patiently put up with some of my sidebars, if you will, and
you can always tell how comfortable Chase feels around a guest, and when
I start talking.
What weird shit will he throw out there?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I will say, and this is not news to anybody here. I'm sure it's fine to say, but I often do take a back seat when we have guests because you're a legitimately good interviewer, and a lot of the times we got people who are learned in their thing, and I am not. So,
well, I think that's also just we've been doing it a long time now. It's a different thing now.
Yeah.
But
love these guys. I was thinking it'd be nice for us to link up one day. That'd be a
We'll
good.
go out to Texas, get a little of that Texas heat on us. You know what's cool? I noticed that they throw out a lot. This is a cool thing about Texas is like they'll be like, it's like, oh, I'm growing Texas sage, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know what makes it different, but for some reason I want it now because it's called Texas something. You
No,
know what
I
mean?
feel you. Well, I'll tell you what you might not be aware of is we got a lot of Russian sage around here, and that shit is as invasive as it can be. Like in my opinion, at the old house that we lived in Denver, had 6 or 7 Russian sage plants that would line the sidewalk, and that was the one thing that we handled everything else, but told our landlord like, you got to hire somebody to come handle this, dude. It gets too out of control, it gets too crazy. We had a woman quit on us like 10 minutes in for the amount of spiders that were in it. She literally just left it. It was like, I don't need to get paid. You don't need to pay me for the time I've done so far. I'm done. I'm not going to deal with the spiders. So
I'm gonna come and plant this stuff in your houses when you're not looking. I'm coming for you. Longmont's about to get a rude awakening, Command and Conquer style, when I start invading.
Russian sage is disgusting.
Russian sage.
But yeah.
Do you eat it? What do you do with it? No,
It just smells.
Too full of spiders.
No, it just smells. Yeah.
It just smells.
It just
It smells like sage.
Yeah.
It just like stinks.
No, Timbo, it's
like
like
Beetlejuice.
It's like a bush that would fill out. It's huge. Like a huge bush that gets like this big, and you have to trim it down basically to nothing every year, and then it gets out of control by midway through the summer.
I assume all plants are full of spiders, so I don't stick my hands in there because I don't stick my hands in other people's houses.
Hey, fair enough. That'd be illegal, wouldn't it? All right.
This entire podcast has been like, topics-wise, has been a little like a kid learning to drive stick shift. Or just nonstop. So,
Do you remember when you learned how to drive stick? Can we talk about that?
my friend Jared, he had like a Honda Accord that was stick. I think it was like maybe 4-speed, and I learned on that.
Yeah.
He used to get really mad at me because I would brake even through green lights.
Yeah.
So I was like nervous. I still am a little bit when I think about it. And every time I go and I'm like, I'm not hitting the gas when I should, I think Jared would be really unhappy with
dude.
this. But it was kind of easy in his car. Plus, he didn't care.
Some cars are obviously more forgiving. I think I learned on a really forgiving car, but it was still really hard.
I think what you want to do is you want to learn when you're young or like on a very cheap car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 'Cause like, for example, if I wanted to get an old car now, I'd need to get like a real beater and relearn because it's been, a million years. And then I didn't have a stick shift car.
Yeah.
I just learned on his, and his was. So
Yeah, I learned on an '03 Nissan Sentra 5-speed, and I bought the car. My friend's family, they own dealerships, and they are car dealers, if you will. I bought the car before I learned how to drive stick. And I remember I was at my friend's house, and I'm talking to his mom. I'm like, oh, I just got this Nissan. They're going to transport it down, and we'll pick it up later this week or whatever. She goes, oh, you know how to drive stick? And I go, oh, no, I'm sure I'll figure it out. And she goes, yeah, well, basically you start in the first gear and you get it going. I was like, oh, so once you're up in fourth, it just runs like an automatic. And I just thought you just had to get it going until you, and then it just runs, like you're like a wind-up toy.
Yeah.
So that was pretty jarring to me. And I remember I got the car, and I like hardly drove it for like a week or two because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing here. Somebody had given me a crash course, like my stepdad or somebody did, And then eventually I was like, I want to drive to high school. That would be cool. I'm going to learn how to drive this. So the only way to do it is just go out and drive. And I can remember I was driving and eventually stalled it out in front of like an elementary school. And a guy with like a soul patch and a long goatee and like a cutoff shirt and like some beat-ass Honda Accord pulls up next to me. And, he's car guy, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I couldn't have been more embarrassed in that moment of like this guy who looks like Limp Bizkit is offering to help me get my fucking car that I can't drive it. You know what I mean? I was like, and he knows what he's doing. You know what I mean?
Saying that a guy looks like Limp Bizkit is so funny.
You know what? If I say a guy looks like Limp Bizkit, I guarantee you, whatever you're picturing in your head, it is him exactly. Exactly. I'm talking big silver earrings with the big balls. You know what I mean? Yeah,
to
that's
me,
what I mean.
He didn't have gauges.
Backwards, backwards hat. But I'm saying in particular, the type of guy I'm talking about had black painted fingernails of that era, but big, hoop earrings that were thick. Yeah. They weren't gauges, but thick that had like a ball bearing on them.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing. There's a lot of subtlety between the difference of like a Limp Bizkit guy and a Corn guy. And if you're not rocking with us on that, then I don't think we can get into it any further. You know what I mean? You would have had to been there.
When
there's a very subtle difference in like vibe.
You know it when you see it.
Mm-hmm. But if you listen to the two things, you'd be like, it looks
just like that. Yeah, that's what he looked like. He goes, "You good, bro?" For the record, he was really nice. He was offering help.
And let's also keep in mind, he did say he looked like Limp Bizkit, which you imagine that's predominantly the three members that look the same, not Wes Borland, who was doing something different.
Yeah. But, nonetheless.
There was a lot of guys of that era, though, that did have friend groups that looked that way, where it was like three guys that sort of looked like they would be into football but didn't have the body for it, and then you have one weirdo that they got somewhere they picked up.
I was friends with all those guys.
Yeah, 100%.
As were you. We talk about this of having friends in different nooks and crannies of all the scenes. I think I was cool with the kids that skated as much as the kids that played football, as much as the kids that just played video games, etc. So
we can flow in and out. I feel like you and I are both. We can still do that.
Yeah.
I'm still comfortable around that guy. I know what he's looking for.
I pride myself legitimately. This is not a joke. I feel like I could chop it up with anybody. Like literally anybody. I can find common ground with your uncle. And I don't know your uncle, but I'm saying an uncle that has guns and is a prepper versus somebody else that is really into fucking sports. I even watched ice skating as a kid. Like I know late 90s ice skaters and shit. You know what I mean?
I watched so much ice skating as a kid. I think it really informed who I am today.
I believe the fella's name, and Abby, if you hear this, you can weigh in. Scott Hamilton.
Yeah, sure.
He could do the backflip on the skates. He, in fact, had brain surgery at the Cleveland Clinic. So I was big into that. Scott Hamilton, Abs?
Hey, you remember Apollo Ono? Remember how big he made speed skating? He had the soul patch.
That's tight, dude. Speed skating is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
So Cole's giving us the signal. We got to wrap this.
We're basically doing a whole other podcast.
So,
we got a 2-hour podcast.
Before we go any further, it's luckily this energy matches the pod that we just we're feeding into. But so we had Barret Dudley and Will Defries on. This is the second time. I hope to link with them in real life, so maybe we can try to set something up where they come up and see us, or maybe we pop down there for a weekend and see them, or do something. I'm sure we could make a meal of it heading down to Texas and all that. Cole informed us that brisket is big down there, so I'm sure that there's something I could find that would pique my interest.
First you're hearing about it. Okay, so, ready?
Let's get into it. Dude. Yeah.
Boys, how are you?
We're doing great.
It's Christmas Eve over here.
Oh, yeah. Is that right?
Yeah. Tomorrow, or I guess in the next hour or so.
You must be referring to the weather, of course.
We are getting a cold front coming in, and we actually get to dress the way we want to dress in October.
Cold front. What are you guys going down to? What's it like, down to 70 there? What are you dealing with?
Yes. High of 70 tomorrow. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's tight. Mm-hmm.
You know what? That's the right way. The older I get, I don't want it to change. I want it to be hot all the time. I don't care about dressing anymore. I'll give you all my leather jackets. I'll give you everything I got. I don't want it anymore. I'm good.
I think that's just a grass is greener thing though, because I'll trade you right now in a heartbeat, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because my jackets see so little wear. Yours are getting all the wear you can possibly imagine. It's like we need to trade. We need to trade for a little bit.
Nothing's getting the wear it's supposed to get.
You could also do what I do and just dress for winter year round, 365 days a year.
He doesn't change. This is no different than if it was 80 degrees.
That's close to what I do.
Yeah, that's kind of Will's vibe. He just,
I have the desk in the office right under the air conditioner, so in the middle of summer, I'll just be wearing, full-on fall gear.
It's good.
Well, this is my thing. It's like, for the most part, you just drive here, and then I just walk from the car into here, and the weather is extensively always the same. Even if it's nasty, I'm only in that for a couple minutes.
Yeah, Texas, Austin, absolutely a car city as well. So, same.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You guys still like Austin? Is Austin good?
Yeah. I feel like we're seeing less of Austin now that we both have kids.
Yeah.
That's true.
Happens.
Yeah. But Austin's great. There's still, I feel like since the last time we spoke to you guys, the things to love are still the things to love.
Yeah.
And the things to hate are still the things to hate.
Look, I mean, you go to any city at any year, at any time in life, and it's going to be that situation. There's good. I mean, we're in Boulder. There's a lot of great things, and there's a lot of bad things, and that's just the way it goes,
Yeah.
But I do feel like Austin is like a divisive city. It's like a Portland. That one gets in the mix too. It's in the same way where people either like love it or hate it kind of situation.
Yes.
So, everyone's got an opinion on it.
We've been getting I saw an allegation that Austin was very stomp, clap, hey. Because of our airport. And they went through the airport and filmed like a bunch of the restaurants. And I like got kind of angry. I wanted to be like, no, hold on. Like, we are not that. Don't do that to us.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think of Austin as stomp clap hey. For sure.
I will say, if there's any city that is like continuing the big dumb hat thing,
Yes.
so like it's Austin. I think we're like per capita more big dumb hats than even like Nashville at this point. You know,
Yeah.
like the women here have committed to it. They bought them. You know, they went to South Congress. They spent a lot on a custom one.
Yeah.
And they're just like going to keep wearing them.
No, they went to Kimosabe and spent way
Aspen?
too much.
Yeah.
And now we need
I
to
was gonna
start
say, they
taking
came out here.
Kimosabe hats on South Congress.
Yeah, because
Do-
we
do you-
get that a lot. I mean, you know, even the tourists are doing that. They pull in and they go, just give me that. It needs to be custom. It needs to light on fire. And I need to have it in the closet. And I'm only going to bring it out when I'm in set. It's just a costume. I mean, to be fair, in current life, when is it not a costume to wear really most hats that aren't caps or beanies?
That's fair. That's fair. But I do, you know, I've got one and I've got it stashed. I wasn't like rushing to sell it when it, you know, when it became chuggy or overplayed or overly costume. Like I've got it in the back of the closet. Like I'm, you know, I can see myself busting that thing out in like 5 more years.
I'm not getting rid of mine.
Yeah.
One, I can't because it has my initials on
Yeah,
it.
this is what happened
And
to a lot of people.
2, just because there will be a point where I need this hat for something. And if I get rid of it, I will be furious that I got rid of the perfect hat that I need for whatever situation I'm in.
Like if you're riding a horse or
Like if I'm out on the range, if I need some shade from the sun on a hot day on the range.
Well, hold on too. I feel like Texas might be Texas and Wyoming, maybe not Utah. Texas and Wyoming, only places allowed to maybe have hats.
Yeah.
Does that feel fair?
Yeah, but like not Austin, Texas, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys are doing that. I just said Texas in general. I was trying to give you the runway for these hats.
You know, okay. We're talking cities and like how they're, you know, they kind of, the more they change, the more they stay the same. Do y'all follow like, or do you have any accounts that you follow on social media that are like Boulder specific accounts for like new restaurants opening or like events or like basically just like covering the culture and the goings-ons of the city? Do you have anything like that?
Well, you're kind of talking to the wrong guys. He doesn't use social media. It's
Okay,
unclear
all right.
why. He won't talk about it.
I just think it's bad.
Yeah, it is bad. It is definitely bad.
No, and I just want to say too, not because every time I get on this thing, I worry that people are like, "Oh, Chase thinks that he's on another wave, but I'll eat fast food and shit." I pick and choose what I think is bad and what's good.
I tell him all the time it gives off like I don't have a TV, I have a laptop kind of thing. So it's a tough road to travel.
While we're on that subject, how many people you know that are like, we don't have a TV in the house, but like we'll watch as many hours of TV just on their laptop and shit. It's like, you know, it's all just virtual signaling. So no, I don't have social media, but
so he doesn't follow any accounts or know them. I don't. To be honest with you, I don't either because I've curated social media to a place where it's exclusively like the 3 things I like, and then nothing else. They're not even attempting with me at this point.
Okay.
So,
all right. Well,
I don't get a lot. Cole, you were shaking your head though. What do you have one that you're thinking of?
Yeah, there's a cool, I'm forgetting the name of it, but it's basically like a CU student, like what are CU students wearing?
Is it?
And it's like their collective. It's like kind of like they put out a couple magazines every semester. And it's fun because they do little short reels where they'll like go through 10 outfits and they're like, what are you wearing? And they're like, oh, I'm wearing this and I'm going for this vibe. And it's kind of cool to like see what the youth of the world are wearing right now.
You guys have like, you're also in Austin, you have like cool young people. We have like predominantly it's an older demographic or it is kids that are like in college. So
right.
the vibe out right now is not like super cool.
Yeah, but you guys at least get like, we get like the college kids that are like fratty and like dressing Southern.
We do have a very big like post grad scene here.
You guys are still, you guys are getting like the
27-year-olds.
You guys are getting the crunchy kids that are like layering cool pieces on everything.
Well, a big part of it too is they've got lots of money. Yeah. So that certainly helps I also want to be so crunchy but have a ton of money.
Oh yeah.
That sounds awesome.
That is the dream. Yeah.
I would stomp clap hay for $1 million.
Yeah, easy. We're buyable, baby.
I think there's been a lot of bands that have had that internal conversation.
It's just a matter of funds.
Yeah.
I think the Mumford & Son guys, they might have had it. They might have had it figured out because they're done now. You know what I mean? They don't.
Yeah,
need
but
to,
no. Okay, as somebody who went to a Mumford & Sons concert the other night after getting a free offer, we did have a discussion of whether or not they.
Wait, where was Mumford? Was this the ACL? The thing is,
yes.
Mumford & Sons was the performance?
Yeah.
I need a scene report.
No,
on this.
not at Zokert. Different event. Different event. They were just touring, and somebody backed out, and they just asked us the night up, and we were like, "Yeah, let's do it." And we were talking like they deserve royalties for so many other bands that came out after them because now every single concert just sounds the same.
Hey, I feel like last time I came on here and I expressed my my undying love for Maroon 5.
Oh yeah, I forgot
so
about
this
that.
time I'll go ahead and say that I like Mumford & Sons.
They're fine. I do not listen to them in my free time.
I don't either. But unbelievable live show.
Yeah,
it's a good live show.
This is a situation where I want to hate them, but I know that if I was in like a room with them and they were nice, I'd be like, nah, it's all right.
Yeah, I love these guys.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I'll change my mind on anything. You know what I mean? So I feel like, we'll hate stuff. And then the second we're around it, we're like, no, it's all right. We think it's okay. You know?
It helps that the lead singer's at the Lions game the other day.
Oh, was he?
He's boys with Jared Goff from playing golf together.
Wow.
No way.
Yeah.
This
All
seems
right.
So I kind of have to ride.
He's also married to indie darling Carrie Mulligan. So
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
you know, so
Is
he's got
he
some
really?
bona fides. Yeah. Marcus Mumford, Carrie Mulligan, power couple.
That is a power couple of depressing stuff from a very specific decade. I like that for them.
Hey, speaking on the football, I can appreciate the Manning jersey in the background. Did you do that just for us because we're out this way?
We
Or do you just you can say no.
Or much more likely.
well, that's actually our nephew of Peyton Manning, number 16. That's Arch Manning from the University of Texas.
Oh, that makes sense
Yes,
now.
yes.
Someone sent us this jersey signed, and so we just put it up in the office.
Okay, that's cool. That's still a cool jersey, but there is the correlation with Denver as well, which is nice. So we'll just
Are you guys
assume that was
sports
that.
guys?
I could be classified at this point as a soccer fan who is fair weather for all other sports at this point.
Okay.
That's fair.
So I went to the University of Texas. So I'm a big fan of all of our college sports teams. And then I pay too much attention to the NFL, and I don't know why.
I watch Lions games and I get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watch it. If there's an NFL game on, it's on my TV. I don't know why. I
I have soccer on
Why
every
the Lions?
weekend morning for the entire morning.
Because of Tim the Toolman Taylor?
I just grew up in Michigan, love the Lions, and now
Okay,
that
okay.
like they're actually good for once, and they're fun, and the national media loves them. It's just a lot more fun to be a Lions fan these days.
It is a lot more fun to be a Lions fan. I grew up in Cleveland, so I love football. I'm deep in NFL. Fantasy, sports betting, et cetera, is my new obsession. I've replaced
the
everything else
fantasy
in my
keeps
life
me
with that.
really involved, I think. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So I don't really have interest outside of that for football season. But on the Lions, I'm from Cleveland, which is, obviously pretty close to Detroit, and the Browns are awful, and I like an underdog story. So my girlfriend and I have started to really invest in the Lions and their future.
Yes.
I also have Jahmyr Gibbs on my dynasty team, and he's just so undoubtedly cool and powerful. So yeah, shout out the Lions, dude. I like that.
Yeah, it's been a fun ride with them.
Yeah.
Fantasy will get you like strangely attached to players. Like I've had Justin Herbert on 3 out of my last 4 fantasy teams.
Yeah.
Therefore, I am I'm a Chargers fan. All of a sudden,
I retired
what I mean?
from fantasy about 8 years ago, but I still have players from like 2008 who I just absolutely will always ride for.
like you're a big LaDainian Tomlinson guy.
I pursued him in a lot of trades at that point, but I never actually owned him, unfortunately.
Sean Alexander.
Yeah, Sean has. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
I rode him to a victory or two.
We love it.
Yeah, this is a he and my wife do it. I don't care for football personally, but it also seems like this fantasy thing, it doesn't seem healthy for anybody. It's just a lot of crashing out.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. We have a dynasty league. So if you guys aren't familiar, dynasty is like fantasy, but you only draft rookies every year. So then you have to drop X amount of people on your team to facilitate the rookies, et cetera. So then you essentially have your team indefinitely. I will have Jahmyr Gibbs until he retires. That's my plan. So Abby, there's a lot of quarterback injuries, et cetera, et cetera. Long story short, Marcus Mariota threw a pick on his last play of the game last night, which ended up dropping Abby's score down. She lost by 0.3 or 0.8 points. And had Mariota just not thrown that ball, she would have caught a dub. So yeah, Timothy sees firsthand the full-on meltdown.
I went into a different room.
It's a very tough beat.
I don't want to go to bed mad on Monday night.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not what I want.
It seems very stressful for very little payoff from what I've seen.
Yeah.
But you know, so you guys, so does that you're both you both have children? I mean, who's new with children since the last we talked?
I'm a new
That's
dad.
right.
I have a 4.5-month-old at home.
Whoa,
Goodness, how we sleeping, pal?
Not great.
Yeah.
Not great. They apparently they go through a regression at 4 months, which lasts like a month. So we're square in the middle of that. And so honestly, I keep pulling up photos of myself from 2 years ago. Yeah. And I feel like I've aged a decade already.
Yeah.
And I'm constantly now complaining to my wife about this. Mm-hmm. And I'm just hoping that I'm able to recover at some point down the line, But
having kids it's like going on vacation. You're like, suddenly so many things are great. Like, you're like, man, if I could just go to sleep, that would be incredible. And then you're like, if I could just not be asked a question for a minute, that would be incredible. You know what I mean? Like, it's the littlest things are suddenly really great because you go without them for so long. You know?
Yeah, right before we started recording, I was just talking to Will about how one of the things that had just recently settled in for me is the idea of unless I go on a vacation by myself, I will never sleep in ever again, basically. Yeah. There's no, and I'm such a night owl too. My I love to stay up until 1 a.m. and then sleep until 10. That's like a dream scenario for me. That's never happening again.
You got to get on my grind. You got to get on that 10 p.m., 7 a.m. grind.
I don't know. I don't even know how to do that. I don't know how to begin to shift my
Oh, they'll shift.
Yeah, it just doesn't even compute for me. I mean, maybe I'll get there eventually. Maybe I'll just be grinded down into it, But
I'm not happy. I'm not happy with it. That's just how I operate now.
I'm maxing on the other side. Like I used to be a night owl, and now it's how early can I make a routine? How early can I get up? And now it's you start to understand that whole dad bit of being the earliest. It's I'm hitting that now. I want to be up at 5:36 on a Saturday. Because nothing, I mean, you guys know, I mean, you'll understand if not, because it's the same way of being I used to be out until 4 or 5 in the morning and then go into work and be I was out until and that was a cool badge of honor. Now, if I can by the time my wife gets up, if I can be I've been to the gym, I went and got coffee, I did all these things, this is so cool. It's not cool.
Yeah, no, I need to work to get there because I know that's the only way to basically make everything work the way I want it to.
Yeah.
But I need I need to hire a consulting firm, change management, come in orchestrate this for me because I can't do it myself.
No, if I see past 11 at this point, I'm what am I doing?
Yeah.
This is reckless behavior.
Yeah.
I gotta go to sleep.
How old are yours now?
6. Just me with one. Yeah, just 6. Now. Yeah. Okay. It's 6. I think, you'll know everything gets a lot easier, in some ways, all of the main stuff gets a lot easier. And then everything else gets more complicated because then they start doing a bunch of stuff and you got to go to all this stuff and you got to drive everywhere. And, there's always something you got to try to fit in, So,
but it's at 6 now, you've started real, kind of real school, right?
Yeah. We're in first grade now.
Yeah. So that's kind of, I feel that's a good place to get to is when they're in.
You're close, dude.
Real school.
Yeah.
You only have 5.5 more years, dude. You're fine.
Yeah.
And that's if you don't have another one.
And the thing is, I don't know how you're feeling, but they bring the homework home. I don't know what we're looking at here anymore. Where it's so quickly over my head. The way they're doing math, not what I learned at all. If I'm being honest with you, I'm not sure what I learned looking back at it. But yeah, it's you don't, none of that makes sense. But, we're lucky here because the schools are really good. So she's advanced really quickly, which is awesome. But yeah, I mean, it's advancing clean past my Indiana education. So
Well, is she leveraging AI tools yet?
Shoot, they'll get that in the classroom no time at all. They already have them. We were just telling him we went to Japan and we took her with us, and part of the thing was they had to do like a little presentation about their trip or whatever because she was gone for a while. And they have like mics in the classroom. They know how to like work the PowerPoint. It's like a whole thing.
Okay.
So I'm sure the AI is coming.
By far, she had the coolest trip story in the class then.
Yeah, this is her second time. She's no stranger to Japan, but that's also mostly where she's been. That in the Midwest. So,
y'all let's talk about Japan. Y'all have kind of. It seems like I feel like a year and a half ago when we talked, maybe you were going as a team for the first or second time.
Oh yeah.
Y'all have kind of turned this into a yearly trip, twice yearly.
Twice. Yeah.
So that's awesome. Well, congratulations for making for turning a business trip into something that you get to look forward to twice a year.
Yeah, it's fun.
Listen here. This is what happens, man. Anything in excess becomes a curse, and now we have to do it all the time. And it's a lot. It's a big trip.
Yeah, because you guys got to understand, we go April and October, but oftentimes it's just Timothy and I. This last time Abby, our creative director, and their daughter went. The time before, all of us came with my partner, my girlfriend came. So it's every 6 months. But the thing is, it's kind of a vacation, but also we've got a small operation here, all things considered. So when two of us are gone, it's noticeable. And we're to and from pretty quickly. So like we don't really even adjust to Japan time by the time it's time to turn around and get back in the airport and come home. So it's like almost 72 hours of travel in a 5 or 6 day span, coupled with, time zone change and all the things that your body goes through when you're up in a speeding metal tube in the air and shit. So at risk of sounding ungrateful, it is also very much so a lot.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Are all the brands that you're meeting with over there, is it exclusively Tokyo, or are you kind of bouncing around the country at this point?
I mean, we're doing a little bit of that. For the most part, it's in Tokyo, or we can get like most of it done there. So that it works out pretty well. Like, I feel like almost everything. Yeah, so there's a little. We want to go do like factory stuff and all that, but that travel gets a little bit more complicated because there's not like hotels and stuff in some of these. So we got to figure some of that out. So we got to get a little braver with travel, but that's hard for us because we're already like not very brave. With
Timothy and I will go. We've stayed at the same hotel in Tokyo three times or four times for him, and we'll go to the same ramen restaurant 3 nights in a row. Yeah. We'll make the same little laps. It's just we don't. I'm down to experiment, but also once you find something you like, I don't need to play the fuck around game.
Well, we say this. I don't know how you feel about this, but we're like, listen, we could go to a different ramen place, and it could maybe be 20% better, but it could also maybe be 20% worse. Or we just go to the one that we really like, the known quantity. Yeah, that it's really good. They like us there.
Yeah, there's one dude that has bleach blonde hair that like that he parties. You know what I mean? Like if you were gonna get down in like the Tokyo nightlife, this is your guy, and he's cool. He's there every time. It's just like cool. So yeah, we try to be regulars at places when we travel to Tokyo, like the same coffee shops, and it's just fun. There's something, at least for me, I like something about the consistency and the predictability of it. As fun as it is to see new stuff and try new places, there's also a lot of value in going to the same.
Yeah. For sure. In my experience, the language barrier over there is also so intense that like when you find something that works,
exactly,
you're in a good spot.
Yeah, just keep it locked in.
We also kind of tell them we just like do a lot of like, like it's kind of just like in real life where I'm not trying to have full conversations with people. Yeah. So you just kind of go in and you just sort of, you wave your hands and say, yeah. And then we've never had a problem really.
No, it all works out.
Yeah. I mean, they don't know what we're saying and I don't know what they're saying, but like we seem to get it done just fine.
Do you have the sense when you're over there that you're kind of like looking into like a crystal ball as far as like trends and fashion goes? Because people kind of go so crazy with it over there.
Yeah, dude. It's like, I mean, if anything, like I say that like, we get really lucky with brand discovery. And actually this last time we were there, we got really lucky with that. Just checking out like, cause there's so many small stores. I think it might just be a little bit easier and quite frankly, cheaper to like, to have a store there. Like it's, and physical retail is still so much a part of their culture that it doesn't feel like as dead as it does here. And because there's so much walking culture and everything like that, I think there's a lot that plays into it. But you get lucky going into small stores and just seeing new stuff. But truthfully, the best thing you could do is just go and like he and I, we don't make any plans. We'd really just we'd put a lot of steps in you know, we walk around and just like see things. And that's this, for what we're trying to get out of it beyond like meetings, that's like the best thing we can do. Cause there's just, you can see so much so quickly. And like, as far as fashion goes, they're so far ahead of anything we're doing. It's just the reality. And it seems like it's also like so in its own lane. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like it's like biting anything else in particular. Or anything. It's just its own thing. So as far as like what we do, it just walking around is like the best thing you can do for fashion, like fashion purposes. Yeah.
Yeah,
great.
For sure.
So what's beyond kids, anything else new with you guys, or business as usual?
Business as usual? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, Will on the like, not to speak for him, but
oh God,
if there's a movie coming out, like he has like a Sunday Scaries ad deal with it. Like name a movie.
Oh, yeah,
name
brother.
a movie that
Yeah.
You know your boy likes crispy screenshots.
Did you just say begonia?
Yeah,
Chase?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got an ad deal with begonia.
Come on.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it's actually like these ad deals have actually ruined several movies and TV shows for me at this point.
Yeah.
It makes it difficult to look beyond.
But that's so Sunday Scaries. You know, I know you would, and that was very organic, by the way, because Chase just said he's not on social media, so
True.
he wouldn't have already seen that.
True.
No, I truly had no clue. We were just talking before. I asked Timothy if he was going to go see it because I saw the trailer last night and it just looks fucking nuts.
Kinds of Kindness, I think, was one of 3 movies he saw last year.
Yeah,
So
and I fucking loved it. That movie stuck with me. So
Yeah,
I'll see Begonia.
But yeah, you're crushing it with all the stuff on Sunday Scaries. Yeah, but
Were you getting
I feel
screeners?
like-
You getting screeners?
Sometimes.
That's all I want. That's all I want from this fucking podcast is screeners.
Yeah, but I am such a like anal person that watching a screener with a watermark over it drives me absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Like it just drives me crazy.
See, I would look at it as I have this and they don't, so it would that would
an
trump
add-on.
that would trump stuff for me. So
That helps too. That helps too, though.
yeah.
So I cover TV and film on another podcast, and we got just this past 2 weeks ago. We got screeners for the finale of Task on HBO.
Yeah.
So
Task rules.
first time we've ever gotten screeners, and it was an intoxicating high.
Yeah, that's what I'm
like
talking
you're saying,
about.
Timothy. Like
Yeah.
it, and the watermark for them was like just a weird like string of numbers that would just pop up on the screen like 5 times throughout the episode.
Oh, see, the ones that I have like
a full blown
a
watermark
giant
on them.
logo covering the entire screen.
But it was very, very cool to just to be 48 hours ahead of.
oh yeah.
How
Of
did
the
you guys
public.
get that? Did they reach out to you?
They reached out to us. Yeah,
That's gotta feel good.
it did feel good.
That's
It did feel
that's validating.
Timothy.
good. Yeah.
That's
It
all
only
we
took
can,
it
that's
only
all
took
we want. I just
10
want
years.
screeners. I don't want money.
10 years of that podcast it took to get
Oh,
screeners.
10
Oh
years?
well, you deserve it then.
How many episodes?
Covering lots and lots and lots of episodes.
Yeah, you sent a lot of people their way.
Yes,
It was
yeah.
time.
So that was a nice little olive branch to get from them.
Well, I got spoilers for Severance through an ad deal that we had.
Oh, hell yeah.
I wanted to like send the photos to my buddies, being like, "Hey, so what's happening in this scene?"
Oh, you're
As
not
someone
a
who doesn't
Severance-
really watch it.
Yeah.
You ever think about taking these and then going and like, you know how they have those, these are mostly ads I see in YouTube shorts, but you know, when they're like, you can bet on anything. You ever go over there and then put a couple bets down?
Oh.
I did. I wasn't like logging on to FanDuel, but I definitely thought about that,
Yeah.
about like how screeners, because like, you know, back in the heyday of Game of Thrones or whatever, you could like bet on
Yeah, the outcome.
who was going to die in the first episode, stuff like that. So you could, you know,
Ooh.
This could have
you
been
could
you.
get yourself into a little NBA gambling
Little
Cosa
Chauncey
Nostra
Billups situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a Chauncey Billups fan. I could follow in his footsteps.
Yeah. What do we like, boys? What are we liking on the movie and TV front right now for this year?
Task was great, right?
Yeah,
we like
Task is great.
Task was really, really good. I thought the finale was excellent.
Yeah, I
I haven't watched Task. I'm going on a trip next week, and I'm going to watch it while traveling.
You know, I did that on my phone. You know what I mean? Like on the phone. So it's not something about being locked in, watching a show on a phone on the plane. That feels great to me.
I do it on my iPad. If I'm watching something on my iPad, I know that I'm gonna watch it harder than any other thing that I've
Exactly.
watched in the last 3 months.
It's
like I'm watching the shit out of it.
I got an inappropriately big TV for the space that it's in. That was just like it was one of those things where it was like you're sitting on a couch one day and you're like, I can just buy whatever TV I want, I think. And then I just did it. And the first one didn't fit in the car, so I had to switch it. And then and it's too big for the room. I don't watch anything on it. Nothing. All that's on it is fucking football, which I don't want on it. and so everything else is watched on phone or laptop.
Yeah, so you're just like the people you described at the top of the episode. You're watching stuff on your laptop.
Yeah, but I would never brag about it. I'm not bragging about it. This is just a psycho thing I do.
He still got the TV.
Yeah, I'm the one who instigated the TV purchase.
Yeah. It's not having a TV as a virtue signaling, but still consuming the same amount of time on another screen.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
that's all
I
I'm
got
getting.
you. I got you.
Yeah. It's also the people who don't have a microwave.
Quirk. He's not uppity about it. He's just got a quirk.
Yeah,
All right, so I got a couple shows for y'all to name drop here.
To nibble on?
To nibble on. Yeah. I love geopolitics. I love spy game stuff. So Slow Horses on Apple TV is about to wrap up its 5th season.
Wait, Barret, before you continue on Slow Horses, because I've never watched Slow Horses, but it has always been like one of those ones, because while I don't watch a lot of like movies, I'll watch them when they come to home and maybe rent them on Amazon and shit, but I'm not going to the theater that much. But I do watch a lot of TV.
Same.
So I need to watch Slow Horses, and I have a question for you. There's some other, geopolitical espionage type shows that have really hit for me in the past. I love Homeland. Homeland is one of my favorite shows like ever. I've watched it a couple times. I love The Diplomat, which new season on Netflix is absolutely stellar. Do those track? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay.
The next show that I was about to go to was The Diplomat.
Okay.
I have not started season 3 yet, but so the Diplomat and Slow Horses are two shows that I picked up on late.
Okay.
So I had multiple seasons to watch, and those two shows are like my wife and I don't really like binge like in that way. Like we're not like next episode. Closest we've ever gotten is crushing the first 4 seasons of Slow Horses and the first 2 seasons of The Diplomat.
Okay, tight.
So yeah, if you, and Homeland is a show that I talk about all the time as well.
Yeah.
Especially those first 2 seasons.
Oh man.
You'll like Slow Horses.
In season 1, Homeland, it's like one of my favorite places to go. You know what I mean? You're like, is he turned? Is he not turned? What's the situation?
Just the cabin in the woods, Carrie and Brody,
Dude, it's so tight. Claire Danes, I'm pretty sure she won a lot of awards for that, but really, she's so good at being absolutely insane. It's like her eyes and shit and I love her. But anyway, thank you for that. I will be watching Slow Horses then.
Yeah. And it's the seasons are 6 episodes each.
Cool.
So like they're quick. They're well paced.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
I've just been watching Chair Company.
Speaking of. How'd it take that long to get to, huh?
Chair Company's been good.
It's so good.
I've heard mixed reviews. Is it fun? Okay, tell me this. I love Tim Robinson. I think You Should Leave.
Then you'll love it.
Yep.
Is this okay?
Yeah.
Is this show funny?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird as fuck. I mean, that's all he's doing. It's just every chance there is to fit in a joke where you don't need one or anything, it's filled up. The space is filled up. It's just like,
but it's like
little bits. You know what I mean?
Like, does it have rehearsal? Like, is it like Nathan Fielder? It's like rehearsal vibes?
No. Did you watch Friendship?
It's just a pure fiction show.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just him. Do you know the premise?
He works at a chair company?
No.
Yeah,
you'd think.
You just gotta watch it, dude. It's both like
he's looking for
funny,
a chair company,
semi-serious. Like it's not as dark as Friendship, I would say, because Friendship with Paul Rudd, that was like funny, but also like kind of dark. You sit in it and it's kind of uncomfortable, But this is just great, dude. It's just Tim Robinson doing a whole Tim Robinson bit, just like. Not in sketch form, just like in 28 minutes.
Yeah, it's a little like if he wrote the show as like the premise is like serious, kind of. You know what I mean? But it's the simplest a premise could be for the most part, and then it's spinning a little bit. But that's going on, and they're gonna keep that action moving forward. But he's gonna fit in as many of his weird eccentricities as he can along the way.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
So
all right, that's moving to the top of the list.
Yep.
It's a quick watch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 3. We're 3 episodes in, and they're about 32 minutes.
Okay. Perfect.
Huge laughs each episode.
Every single time.
Yeah.
I got time for 30-minute shows. That's
easy.
That's something I can fit into the schedule.
Yeah.
Can we ask you a couple? Can we ask you a couple fashion questions? We hate to do it because we don't want to be a fashion podcast. It's just unfortunately how we've been labeled. But
Oh, okay. All
you
right.
see what we're saying? Let me ask you. Let me ask you some stuff. Let me ask you some things. First of all, a thing that people have liked us when we're talking to people of asking is, you guys got any fashion rules that you've made up yourself for yourself? Does that make sense? Like, for example, I've done this thing where I've been like, I'm only gonna wear colors that are in the palette of German Shepherd that aren't jeans. Jeans don't count. Everything else is German Shepherd colors. If it's not, if it doesn't exist on some breed of German Shepherd, then it's not in the closet. And it's helped me sort of blend the palette together a little bit more, where everything sort of goes together. It's also like a bit.
Yeah.
But I have kept to it, to be honest with you. So, and you've got, what do you have?
I have a couple of rules. I have one rule that I don't like to wear like gray as a top on its own, because I feel that the color gray, the way that it shows shadows or something, it makes me seem wider. It makes me feel more broad than I already am.
This feels like something
so
different.
I stay away from gray tops that are just plain gray as being the only thing. I'm sure I've got many more, but that's the first that comes to mind.
Is that like specifically like a classic like athletic heather gray? Or just like anything in the gray?
I would say mostly anything in the
realm.
gray, because I had a cardigan that was like a wool cardigan from this brand, Universal Works. My girlfriend now owns it. I could never wear it because I felt like I was just 6 feet wide. You know what I mean? Like it just like, I feel like I've got broad shoulders, but with gray jackets or something like that, the way it just makes me wider. So
that one feels nuts. What do you guys got? You guys got any nuts stuff?
Anything come to mind for you, Will?
I don't know. None that are that interesting. I mean, I'm kind of similar in that, like, most of my palette is pretty frog and toad coated.
Okay.
A lot of green, a lot of dark stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing more navy as of late. I'm kind of the same way as you with gray, and I'm more white. Like, I don't wear a plain white tee ever these days.
interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's flattering on me. And so, like, I just immediately gloss over. And if it's like, let's say it's a cool band tee, I just won't buy it because it's a white tee, and I just know I won't wear it that often.
Interesting.
Even a white tee with like a graphic.
Yeah,
like
it's still there's still like something about it that like I want to pull off.
Okay.
But whenever I try to do like a white tee, I look in the mirror and I'm like, yeah, not it.
Is it like
Not
it
really feeling
washes
it.
you out, or like what is it about it that's like feeling wrong?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's just like too much white. Too much
Interesting.
white. I mean, I pretty much wear the same t-shirt every single day.
Yeah.
Like I have 5 or 6 of this one t-shirt, and I wear it like almost every day. And it's just because I like the consistency of it. I like the color, and I just move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the one that like comes to mind for me is is very specific to being in a very warm climate.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more seasonal based, but basically like, and it's pretty arbitrary too. I don't have like a hard and fast date, but this is the week for me here. Because it is finally getting like, we'll have a seasonal temperature starting tomorrow. I won't wear shorts after tomorrow, even if it goes back to 90 degrees. Like it is now officially pants season and pants season only.
You close the door.
I close the door on like shorts outside of the house, basically.
I put my shorts away last week.
Yeah,
I just put them away. It was like I'm not
Well,
using these.
you're like Chase though. You dress in the sleeves and the pants no matter what. Like all
Well,
year round.
so someone we work with, Brad, he has a rule that I have somewhat realized that I follow. I just didn't realize I followed the rule until I heard it. He doesn't have both elbows and knees exposed at once, all at once.
Wow.
That's interesting, Matt.
You either have to have pants and a t-shirt or a long sleeve tee and shorts.
Okay.
But it's never both.
Okay. All right.
You know, I like
Too
that.
many funny bones out there
I like
for
that.
the taking.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that.
And the more I started thinking about it, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I do kind of, if I'm around people, I feel a little underexposed unless it's like outside in that kind of scenario.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I feel you. Well, I would say that largely I agree with that set of rules. I think it's just a more eloquent way of putting the way that I do it, which is just long sleeve, long pants year round. But I do like it's the feeling of being exposed. When you said wearing a white tee, I also will not just wear just a straight up t-shirt ever. I don't.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I got used to it in Texas, but I still feel a little underexposed just rocking a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Like I would always prefer to have something else over it. And most days, unless it's middle of summer here, most days I'm leaving the house with something on. and keeping it on most of the day.
Yeah.
But I don't like just wearing like a t-shirt out. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
I'm slutty as hell, boys. I'm the opposite of all y'all. I want shorts, tucked in t-shirt, nuts. Just solo with an open-toed sandal.
Yeah, dude.
And you know I'm not lying.
Okay, he doesn't.
I just did it a bunch.
Yeah.
You would thrive in Texas, man. You would do great.
I've thought this before. It seems like an unlikely place for me, knowing who I am, but at the same time, I don't know. It's creeping up on me. I could see myself. I'm thinking like rural Texas.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You got any parts of Texas that are both rural but also like, into the girls and the gays? You know what I mean? Because this is the area I want to be. Do you guys got that? Probably not, huh? Austin's the closest thing.
Yeah.
That's a funny question.
I know it. There is a place?
Yeah. What Will just said is probably Marfa.
Oh, okay.
Where the Prada exhibit is, right?
Where the little Prada
where the
store
Prada,
is.
yeah.
I'm going to go live in the little Prada store.
Yeah, you can live there.
That would probably be it. And ironically, like I know plenty of girls and gays from places like Lufkin, Texas. You know what I mean? I don't know how.
I don't know any of these places on a map at all.
I just don't.
Seems like they've centered
Austin,
themselves in Austin, but
I just don't go to other cities.
Yeah,
I just stay here.
You guys see the Iron Claw?
I did not see Iron Claw. No.
Oh, damn it!
It looked too depressing.
Yeah, it's definitely depressing.
But that was with. Who was that with?
Zac Efron.
Yeah, what the hell, dude?
Dude,
you're president of the fan club.
Of Efron? Hey, listen. I'm with you, brother.
Did you know Barret had a podcast called Effing Around?
This is, buddy.
He has one too.
So I don't have that. That's a good idea, and it's a great name. I had a podcast a long time ago that doesn't exist anymore, so you can go try to look it up. I tried to look it up. I couldn't find it. I got to ask my brother-in-law where it's at. But we did one that was just about Brendan Fraser. Just prior to him having a comeback, we would have been primed and ready to go.
I know.
And we were working our way through those fucking movies with all these notes. They were 3-hour podcasts because we didn't have a lot going on back then. And I should have kept it live. But I understand.
So
I think Efron, I think he's great.
So your podcast was basically the rewatchables, but only for Brendan Fraser.
Just Brendan Fraser
movies.
Yep. We figured this would have a lot
What was his one where he gets stuck in the bunker?
Oh, Blast from the Past.
Blast from the Past.
Yep,
yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
He comes out of history a lot, if that makes sense. Blast from the Past, Encino Man. They were constantly trying to bring this guy into the present. And then George of the Jungle. He was kind of always acting like dumber than he was.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know him personally. Maybe he is that dumb.
That's a good insight.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know how we got on this. Anyway,
he recently got a very good standing ovation.
So effing around, Iron Claw. We'll have to get together and do another episode of Effing Around sometime.
Hey, if you ever want to, brother, I'm in. I'll let's do the Iron Claw. I'll get in on that one. Plus, he's post jaw fixing. That's not a surgery.
Okay, so that the jaw thing. I mean, I think that kind of that's where I fell off of my Efron fandom.
I think you got to
bit.
save it for Effing Around because I could do an easy hour on the jaw if you want to do that. I've done a lot of research.
So wait,
into it.
do we think that the jaw is it back closer to normal now?
It seems like he's had it shaved a little bit.
What happened?
Supposedly he fell in his kitchen and busted on an island and then was laid out for nearly a day or something, and then they came and got him. And
damn!
Had to fix it up, but he's kind of got Chad jaw too, so it's tough to know which one. Maybe both are true.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. No, nobody really knows. Well, that's the thing about it.
Well,
if y'all hear that I fell over in my kitchen trying to get a new jawline,
you use the exact same information.
You come back hot as hell.
Yeah. Damn.
No, that's cool. Well, the thing is too with Efron, I don't know if the jaw would have been pre or post Iron Claw, but if you saw his physique in that movie, I did not see the movie, but I do know that he is otherworldly ripped.
He's jacked.
There's a chance that he was taking HGH, and I might be speaking out of turn here because I've never used the substance. But from what I understand, HGH will also grow your jaw out. It'll grow your extremities, your fingers get longer and shit too. So there's also maybe a possible side effect of that. All I'm saying is you don't get that big just eating chicken breast and rice, regardless of how famous or rich
correct.
you are. I mean, you know what I mean?
He was notoriously on something for Baywatch
and Neighbors,
but Baywatch didn't do that to his. He didn't experience that type of kind of facial transformation for Baywatch or Neighbors or whatever. So yeah, something happened, something went down, but it's all very clandestine.
Yeah.
Nobody really knows what what happened.
Regardless, he's a spectacular actor. I think we can all agree there.
Gotta love him.
Yeah. Well, you're selling me on Iron Claw here. I need to get back to
I
my
legitimately
my
loved
Efron
it.
roots.
It is
We love you,
absolutely
Zach.
depressing. And what's crazy is what they cover isn't even the whole story.
Right.
So
right.
it's really, it's a really good movie. But at the end, he like gets this like house in Texas. It's in like rural Texas, and even though it's a really depressing scene, the whole time I was thinking like, it's a nice setup he's got here. I would love to do this if if Texas if they change their politics a little bit, I could get out there.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, let me ask you guys about here's the thing. We wrote down some trends, and we want to know. They're vacillating. You know what I mean? Like they're still sort of around. I don't know if you guys feel this way, but it sort of feels a little like we're in between stuff these days in fashion.
Sure.
Like it feels like no one's really doing anything. I think it's a little because you had all these new people take over as head of things and they haven't really done anything yet. But it certainly just doesn't feel like there's not much going on. It feels like the trend's stalled out a little bit. Even just coming back from Japan, I didn't necessarily see anything in particular that I'm like
stands
it
out.
still feels like we're floating with a handful. So let me throw some out here and you tell me where you guys stand on it.
Okay.
All right. How are we feeling about a low profile sneaker? A la Samba craze. And then taken to the extreme, obviously.
I feel fine about it. I grew up with Sambas so much, and like so many people in my life wore them for so long that it will always just be a shoe that is just a normal, like staple shoe to me.
Sure.
And so it's hard for me. Like when it went through the Rishi phase, when everyone was calling them the Rishi, it was just killing me. I was like, oh man, like I want a new pair of Sambas right now. I just don't have the guts to go get them right now.
What's the Rishi phase?
That was during Rishi Sunak, the prime minister in England, who he started wearing them, and people are like, "Oh, cooked, done, done."
See, Will, I completely agree with you, and Timothy will co-sign this. I'm assuming you were an indoor soccer player growing up.
Oh yeah, yeah. Every winter when we couldn't play outside.
Yes, sir. I played year-round indoor for like at least 8 or 10 years of my life, but then before that was playing, just winter and shit. And yeah, you just wore them. It was just the shoe you wore. And in fact, from where I grew up in my hometown, there was one sports store, and they had them for like $39.99, and you just went and got the Sambas because they were available. They were tried and true. There was nothing like cool or anything. And then even further, like it was adopted by like hardcore kids wearing
you could get
black
vegan
511s and shit. Yeah. And again, they were $39.99. So I resonate with what you said of like as a person who just like they were just normal ass shoe to me. It was cool that they got the moment that they did, but I don't know. I just thought them just normal.
There were a lot at the Turnstile show the other night.
I bet there was. I bet there was.
Yeah. I like where it's gone with the kind of extreme direction with like the Dries sneaker that's so popular, and all of the variations therein. It does feel like, especially on the women's side, like when we did fall fashion episode, we talked about like the specifically brown suede versions.
Yeah.
And they are like a dime a dozen right now. Like every single brand makes one, so you can get them for as little as like $79, or you can spend $1,000. And so whenever that happens for any type of trend, you like maybe kind of like hesitate on it because it's getting a little overexposed or ubiquitous. But I like it. I still feel like we're in a kind of the pushback phase from the ultra chunk era.
Yeah.
My one kind of like note, which is very personal to me on the trend, is that like when I'm attempting it with a wider leg jean, I got him from like I'm a short guy, so like I'm gonna be my jeans are gonna be dragging on the floor unless they're like perfectly tailored. Whereas like the chunky sneakers kind of they gave you some wiggle room as far as like what you could do with a longer or baggier jean.
I don't know.
And so that's
Sometimes I see King Harry Styles in a little situation like that, and obviously he's doing things we can't. But I do see like the mildly like wide pant with that, and I'm like, you're right though. It's got to be perfectly tailored. So that is you got to have a pant that goes with the shoe.
He's a great example. I mean, like when he and Alordi both like love like the Margiela Sprinter.
Yeah.
But like the pants that they wear with them are just dialed for the shoe.
Yeah, for especially
my pants are dialed.
No, and it sucks if you have to hem everything you have just to fit with
just to fit the trend.
Exactly. Because it also feels like a very like respectfully to 20-year-olds. It feels like a very like 20-year-old thing to have your pants so long that they're dragging on the ground and shit. It just feels like that's like not. It's like a feature. You know what I mean? Whereas I feel like most people would agree your pants being on the ground and getting all dirty and shit. You should just hem your pants.
Yeah, we don't want that.
No, I don't want.
It
I
just
don't want that,
it just
dude.
reminds me of like elementary school, coming in from recess in the fall and just having like some kids just had like sopping wet bottoms of their pants. I don't want that.
Up to the middle of their calves because it's just dragging through puddles.
Yeah, you're talking about when there's like a U on the backside from the
yeah.
Hey,
it's like he was having the time of his life out there, but now he's freezing in class.
And listen, this might have been a thing that happened in the Midwest, but we've talked about it before. Did you guys have the situation where you were growing up where at some point people had jeans and they were cutting just like a little one slit in the side so they would open up a little bit? Like with like Nike Shocks?
Yeah.
You know, basically how Jerry Seinfeld dresses now.
What? Yes, we definitely had that where you like cut the little notch or just like literally cut the seam. And as it happens, the pants that I'm wearing today kind of have that. They've got that little.
Oh, you've got a little. Look at that.
They've got that little notch on them. Yeah.
See, I was just thinking like we could bring that as a little comeback. I feel like Virgil kind of did it right a little bit.
He, totally.
See, I want to start sagging again.
You want to start sagging?
I like this for
Bieber
you.
is out there. He never stopped sagging.
We have an employee on staff that sags big time. Looks
He's
good
a big
on
time
it.
sagger.
Like, does he go like full like the pant is like under his butt type of sag?
Yeah.
How does that work? How do you even do that? I've never understood how people walk around with the pants.
I don't know.
Like
I don't have
keeps
the
it
right
up,
energy
dude.
for that.
No.
They'd see
That's
me.
that aura
They'd see
type
me.
shit,
I'd be
yeah.
thinking about it too much. I'd be looking in the mirror, seeing how much is out. Also, sometimes like when I don't think men with much butt can do it because then you sort of got a situation where it's like a little bit of a reveal every time the shirt goes up.
Is this so he can show off like a Chrome Hearts belt? Is that what's happening?
Well, it wouldn't surprise me.
You're not far off on the vibe.
Sure. You know, I have to check. I don't know
But
if
that's not exactly
I don't know
what's
if he's
going
got
on.
the belt or not. We could check. We could do a check. Okay, what do you guys say? What about quiet luxury? Are we sick of that or you like it?
Quiet luxury.
I don't like that term.
I mean,
Never liked it to begin with. You talking about just being rich? You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about?
I still like quiet luxury.
I clicked on a Stofa email today, so
Yeah,
I
that
guess
answers
it's
it.
still in.
Yeah. You're in there.
Yeah, it's kind of like you said. Like I think the annoying part of it is the nomenclature
Yes.
is the name quiet luxury. But like when I think of quiet luxury, I think of like a nice cashmere sweater.
Yeah.
Like why would I not like that?
Mhm.
You know?
Well, I think that it got
So-
also like it got talked about a lot during the run of Succession, and it was like that's
Yes,
not the
yes.
same. That's not what we're talking about. You know what I mean? Like I'm not talking about like quarter zips and stuff. You know, like not the way they're doing it. I don't like it for that reason of like it's not an excuse to just be boring, and then that's popular.
Yeah. And I also think that the Succession thing, and specifically they were wearing so much Loro Piana, like took it to, I mean, heights that are maybe even above something like the Row or Cucinelli, where like jackets were like $10,000. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like just ostentatiously expensive and kind of over the top, even though they look very boiled down and basic to a degree.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the idea of like wearing things that are cut from Lux fabrics and like in kind of beige or earthy color palettes and
Sounds great.
fit well. Like, that still sounds good to me.
I agree with you guys. We just got in a shipment from Orslo that has this cotton linen moleskin in like a charcoal that reads as a brown, and then a brown that reads as like a light brown, you know? And it's great. I snatched it right out of the box. It's great. No logos. It's flowy and soft, and yeah, I love it.
You got those in your cart, Will? I know you got a bunch of Orslo in your cart right now.
Probably. Yeah. I've been getting caught by Orslo a lot lately.
Hey, we all have been, baby.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party.
Yeah, that's become it's become what engineered garments like used to be, where if you're like getting into clothes, you know what I mean, and you want like really great stuff, but it doesn't necessarily break the bank. I mean, sometimes it's a little, but for the most part, you can get into it. The quality is absolutely there for the price. Like, probably one of the best for that ratio that you can get. And then it really seems to also lock people in a way where it's like, oh, now you can't downshift, so we're only going faster from here. So it's a good entry. It's a good gateway drug.
I mean, back in the day when it was just not just the brick and mortar. Well, yeah, we didn't have a studio or anything, so it was just the brick and mortar. when the shop first opened, we ran the gamut of pants. And I would say 9 times out of 10, if a guy went in with a stack of pants, he came out in the Orslos. Not to disparage any other brands we had at that point, but the Orslos are just the best.
They were tough to beat.
So, yeah.
I can't try it on without being like, damn it.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm buying it now.
It's the most wearable brand I've ever worked with, if that
100%.
makes sense. Like, it doesn't matter kind of like what you're into. You can kind of find something there that, and it just fits better than everything else,
Yeah.
They get it. What about cropped and boxy stuff?
You guys showing some belly?
You guys like to show belly?
I just got a cropped long sleeve from y'all.
The monostereo one, right?
Yeah. I'm a little gun shy in it. Like I was doing a little something in the garden the other day and bent over and was like, this is too slutty.
Listen, I think you guys got to own this. You got to own it. You know what I mean? I think that's the great part. Everyone likes there's everyone's got a market. You know what I mean? I think you should show it off.
Hey, Will, can we talk about your garden?
No, it's not great. We're in a bad spot right now. The rain that I'd been praying to bless us finally came, and now it is just somehow just an absolute mess. And so I've got some gardening on the docket for tonight when I get home.
Real quick, give me a quick run through. Are we a flower guy? Are we a foliage guy? Are we growing fruits and vegetables? What do you have?
Mostly foliage.
Okay.
I don't want flowers to die in the Texas heat. I just can't keep up with them.
Fair, okay.
I've got a nice rose bush that is just growing great. I've got some Texas sage that are, kind of split. Some are looking beautiful, some are not. But I just want greenery that fills the space.
Nothing better.
I'm not looking for any like perfectly curated or tailored British gardens or anything.
You got some fruits and vegetables going over there?
Oh yeah, baby. I mean, we are now, what is it? What is the date today? Today's the 28th. So yeah, I mean, we're like fully out. I've taken down my garden entirely except for our pepper plants. But yeah, I mean, I grew a bunch of peppers this year, a bunch of Thai chilies, jalapenos, and variations of all of that. A ton of tomatoes, cucumbers, melons, some flowers, things like that. But yeah, I love to garden. I in particular, I like starting the seeds. So I'm like a brat in that way where I turn my closet into like a grow situation for like 3 months out of the year. So come February, I'll probably get some seeds seeds started for both peppers and tomatoes and trickle down backwards. But yeah, I love that shit, dude. I would say half of my year is spent obsessing about the garden and the rest is spent obsessing about my football bets. So
you can only have like 2 things.
There's only 2 things that I can do at a time, man. I don't have room for extra. So
I get it.
Are you growing anything else in that dark, dank closet of yours?
No weed. No. I would like to grow weed just as a complete. I'm curious about it just to see it go from beginning to end. But no, just peppers and shit. I got a lot of house plants.
Okay, just peppers and I mean, yeah.
They
awesome.
can get it easier in Colorado than people in Texas.
They can. There's not really a need to grow your own. I guess.
Yeah, no, we can just go to the store.
True.
You just go to places that look like J. Crew, and then you get whatever
honestly.
you want. It's great. It's great. That's one big pro for here.
Yeah.
What about wait, boxy? You like it or no? We like it or no?
Cropped and boxy, like So, I feel like maybe like I'm showing my age, or maybe I'm showing like how much I just buy into the group thing, but by saying yes to all of these. But like by and large, I still, when I think about like the cut that I want from something right now, it is mostly still cropped and boxy. Yeah. I guess I'm still more on the cropped and maybe starting to back off the boxy a little bit.
Okay. I can respect that.
So
I know, like,
Barry, does that mean you're going maybe a little more tailored? Dare I say slim?
Yeah, like I know the kids are definitely doing the thing that's more like tiny top, giant bottom. Yeah. And so I don't know if it's just like that, like trickling up towards me. I think it's more so just the
Chalamet.
Right. But I think like just talking about like the pushback from like trends of several years ago, like we got so boxy for a while there, where everything was so drop shoulder and Smalls had a 25-inch chest or whatever, like that. I think there's some kind of narrowing, quite literally, of that. The monostereo one that you called out is a great example of a t-shirt. Like I have one of the short sleeves, and I know a lot of people size up in that. I went true to size. It hits me perfectly, nice and cropped, but like the body is not what I would call like boxy necessarily.
I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Yeah.
And so
you probably have a different experience with it since yours is short sleeve and mine's long sleeve.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel boxy. My shopping behavior alone is not boxy anymore. I'm not getting really anything that's boxy these days.
What are you reaching for then?
Sorry, that's from a shirt perspective. I think when it comes to like outerwear and stuff like that,
right.
That's where I'm really doing more cropped and boxy.
And boxy, yeah. I would agree with that.
I think it's a Prism Works jacket that I got from you guys last year. Like it's very much more cropped compared to a lot of the other jackets that I have, but I love wearing it. I mean, I choose it out of the closet before a lot of other.
Is it the hunting jacket?
Yeah,
man. Yeah, that's their bread and butter.
And I think that so many things were too long for too long. Was just the reality. I'm not sure who it was made for, but it's also like in a lot of cases it would be like I felt like most things for a long time, at least on me, and I have a long torso. It would be like this feels wrong. The why is this coming down here? Plus, you ever get into a car and the jacket's long like that? You feel like you're in a straight jacket. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, you like sit on it. You sit on the bottom of it, and then it's like yanking your shoulders back.
Well, even in Austin, we don't need warmth in Austin, and so like even putting my hands in my pockets, I don't want to have to like bunch a jacket up and do that if I don't have like good pockets in the jacket.
All right, like cropped and boxy for y'all. Is that still kind of what you're looking for?
I've always preferred cropped and have been like hand adjusting things my whole life because I have like longer. I'm like a regular height, but I got like long torso, short legs. So I need to balance things out personally. So I've kind of always. I don't feel like it's been as much a response to the trend as it just I got to balance my proportions out a little bit.
Right.
Boxy was probably, but I like. I'm a Lemaire guy, so you know, I it's hard to say I never go boxy because I can't help it, but because I like their stuff so much. But outside of that, I probably less. I kind of just I think this is a prime era for regular clothes being like the best they can be. Like just everything's regular, fits regular. It's stuff you kind of know, but being done at like the highest level. So I think it's like a good time to get in on classics right now.
Yeah, that's we talked about on our fall fashion episode. We talked about how it feels like maybe one of the trends for pants right now is just like pants middle ground.
Yeah. True north.
Just because because it feels like everybody like pushed towards going super baggy for a long time. So much so that now there's your niche groups that are trying to make skinny happen already again. And I feel like that's leaving like a really, really nice, just normal pant.
Yeah.
You know, middle ground.
I just love the idea of niche groups.
Yeah, the niche groups, they're out there.
Niche groups.
They're out there and they're
Pantifa.
They're pushing their
Hey, that's good. You're going to want to get something on that quick. That's yours.
And they're and they're pushing their agenda. But yeah, you know, I'll beat the drum for Orslo again, right? Like they're like the last pair of pants that I got from them, which is I think it's called a wide fit, and I think it's the French work pant or something like that. But it's just like a really good shape of pant that I wouldn't really describe as like baggy or slim.
Yeah. Orslo, I mean, I got the Orslo slim fit pants and they are not slim fit.
Yeah,
right.
They fit like a straight leg regular pant, which I like liked them more because of that. It looked like that when I bought them. So I was like, no, I think the slim is actually the move.
Orslo's like always sort of it seems like they're committed to not like they're not going to do anything 100% if that makes sense. Like if it's a slim fit, it's not that slim. If it's wide, it's not crazy wide. If it's, you know what I mean? If it's boxy, it's not super boxy. It's like always kind of the perfect in between, which is what people actually want, you know?
Right.
So I think like honestly, the call and response of fashion and menswear for me, the herky jerkiness of it, I think people have gotten a little tired, like especially around silhouette. I think for so long that was like the only place where men really seemed to be comfortable playing around with changing is silhouette instead of color or fabric or, you know, things like this. So I'm happy to see silhouette maybe fade away a little bit. So as much as I like the boxy trend, you know, the everything, you know, cropped and everything, it's nice to see maybe silhouette not be the only thing that people are playing around with in menswear. So.
Yeah, I like that thought for sure.
All right, let's do one more. Do you guys? What about like jorts? You guys know what I'm talking about with the younger crowd, the 20-year-old crowd with that, or maybe even kind of going off what you're saying, the big bottom, small top thing.
Yeah, the true like what you're talking about, what I think we're all picturing in our head right now that you're likely to see a 20-year-old stroll around in. I'm very much out. I definitely think that all the fit pics that those youths are taking are going to be the ones that they look back at 5 years and be like, oh God, like what? Why? I don't hate a denim short at all. But the super long, like way past your knees, like very, very baggy stuff, I think is going to be a tough look sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I can get on board with the short, but like, I can't do it.
I
like the idea of doing it, but then if I looked in the mirror, I'd be like, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you
See, I
doing
think
this?
that's
You
the
don't- you don't
perfect place to
No one's
land.
forcing you to do this, Will."
That's the perfect place to land. Is like the appreciation of a trend, knowing you don't have to be a part of it. Like I like that the young people are doing stuff. I need them doing stuff. That's great for them.
Oh yeah,
And I don't even think
and
like,
I like the eras they're pulling from right now too. I'm like, no, if you're gonna pull from it, pull from the stuff that I would like to be doing.
Well, and I think the funny thing is like even on the conversation of like looking back and like regretting things, the things I would have assumed are all that I would assume like, oh, that was probably, I wouldn't want to see myself then. But it's like they all come back in some way, shape, or form, and they fix them a little bit along the way. You know what I mean? But I just don't think there's going to be any version of you doing something, especially like under 30, maybe they'll even say under 35, messing around. You're kind of okay. You're okay to goof around until then. You got plenty of time that it's all going to be cyclical anyway, and they'll pick it out and like it again. So I think you're fine. I don't regret anything. I like it all.
Yeah. There's I mentioned earlier that I was like looking at old photos of myself, and I do like, I feel like I've been fucking around with the style thing for well over a decade now. So, and I've got a lot years worth of fit pics, right?
Yeah.
You can kind of track the eras, if you will. And like just off the top of my head, like I look back at like 2015, 16, when I like really wanted to be an Eddie boy, right? And I was like buying like Subi and All Saints when I couldn't afford Saint Laurent, maybe picking up something like when I could. That shit is still very cool to me. Like the jeans were like a little too skinny and a little too painted on, but like overall, like I look back at like the kind of raw hem flannels and leather and like jodhpur boots and like all that shit, and I'm like, this I get it. Like this is still cool to me. Whereas like I look back at like wearing like ginormous Balenciaga sneakers with pants that I thought were baggy at the time, and I was like, what the hell is that? Like why?
No, you were probably snapping.
You know what I mean? So like there's definitely stuff that I look back on that I'm like, maybe it's not the most like the trendiest thing now, but I get what we were doing and I still kind of fuck with it. Where there's other stuff that I'm like, well, you tried it, but it was a failure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could dig that. Because the one you were kind of like, you genuinely loved it, and the other one, maybe you wanted to get in on a trend and wanted to participate, which is like what Timothy said is like, especially as we get older,
maybe so.
It's nice to be able to be like, I
right.
can just look at it and appreciate it. It's not for me. Like, I can't wear jorts down to the middle of my shins. I would look so fucking crazy. But I would happily cut an old pair of jeans into a pair of shorts that fall right above the knee and not think anything of it. And I don't even consider those things related in any way other than the material.
I think it's just about, we've said this in a million different ways, but I think it's just like about the way that you like it. Because I have like a friend that I've known for eons, and this guy has been Eddie Slimane pilled since always. You know what I mean? Like he's always doing whatever he's doing the same. And the thing is, it's so uniquely him, and he's so locked into it that I'm like, it looks cool on him. He's got the right build. He's got the right attitude. He does the right things. He really lives the lifestyle. And I'm like, it looks cool. So I think it's like, it kind of doesn't matter as long as you're like all the way in on it. I think if you could convince me into anything if somebody was all the way in on it.
Yeah.
So I think it's more that. Boys, can we ask you some Halloween related questions since you guys are decorated for it? This was on the list, and because you guys are ready, I felt like we can't not do it. All right. We'll go somewhat rapid fire if you like that. Favorite Halloween specific candy, and I don't mean like candy corn. It can be anything that you think is getting delivered from a house.
Yeah,
from someone you don't know.
You could have potentially walked home with in your knapsack or otherwess.
I'm gonna go Twix.
Wow,
mini
or contrarian,
regular, a contrarian.
I'm assuming we're going Halloween size.
Yeah.
I'm going Starburst, where you get 2 Starburst.
Oh,
tell me what the ideal setup is in there for you.
2 reds.
2 reds.
2 reds. I would have said pink and yellow.
Maybe I will take a red and a pink, but I want 2 reds every time.
That's tight. I love a Starburst, bro.
You know what I like? Unpopular opinion. I like the yellow. I think it tastes like cleaner, and I like it.
I like them all. I like them all. I'll eat any of them.
So I like an orange Starburst.
Okay.
But I like an orange flavored pretty much anything. So
Yeah, I like
I'll
orange
eat any
too. You like a
Starburst,
Mamba?
brother.
You ever have a Mamba?
Chewy as
Oh, I
hell.
love Mambas.
yeah.
Mamba knows what they're doing.
Yeah,
That's an underrated candy.
We used to eat those on the chairlift after getting warm in the lodge and just like rip our teeth out.
I will also say now. I mean, well, do you guys have an answer?
My obvious one. Okay, my first thought was to say pumpkin shaped Reese's, but I'm gonna forego that because we all agree that that's the best.
And they don't go into the bucket all that often because people aren't giving those up. That's a heavy treat. You know,
they're already gone. They're already gone in my
Yeah.
house, and we've never even passed out candy. We just get all the shit and then just house it. So those are gone. My answer is though Sour Punch straws. You get them in the packets you would get Sour Patch Kids and shit. Sour Punch straws, and if you let them sit for a couple months, they're nice and hard. Come January, February, that's my favorite way to have them.
I think if I'm going traditional, I like. I was just talking to somebody. The Tootsie Rolls that are different flavors. I would never purchase this on my own, but when they're in those and they're like
clear, they're
weird.
like white or they're orange. You know what I mean? Fruity
Yeah.
flavors.
Yeah. I don't even know what those are called, but they're good.
I don't know either. They only come around this
okay.
time of year.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah, these are some interesting answers.
Do you know what my second interesting answer is? Is in Boulder, there's always like one house giving out like granola bars and shit, and I like healthy shit. I love it. I snatch those up right away. Kids don't want
The
them.
first thing I grabbed out of my son's the other day was a Butterfinger. So that might be my actual answer.
I like the BBs too. They don't make those anymore. The Bart Simpson ones.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to be handing out candy in your neighborhoods?
Are you?
I won't be. We're gonna go to a different neighborhood and trick or treat. I'll leave some out.
I will be. We'll be handing it out, and so this is where we're very proud of ourselves because now y'all all gave answers that are in line with again what the youths like, but apparently the kids, they don't like chocolate. They don't like that's my shit. Like I love Almond Joy, Snickers, Twix, that type of thing, but they all want the straight dope. So we're very proud of ourselves because we have lots of the individual packets of Nerds gummy clusters.
Yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to talk about your house for a
That's what's up.
long time.
And so we're striving to be a house that they walk away from being like, oh yeah, they know what's up.
Yeah. Those Nerds clusters are insanely good.
They are very good. Yeah.
They're probably the current go.
I don't typically like that type of candy, but those are really good.
They like gave like a lifetime achievement award to the dude who like came up with them. I'm not kidding. Like he like won some major award for changing candy forever. Wow.
So wait, are you being
Good for him.
you're being
Good for
serious?
him.
You think this isn't an award you want to give? This was given by the candy committee.
No, like yeah, he like the. I think his achievement was acknowledged as a major step forward for candy, and he is now being.
We're in the
celebrated
wrong
as such.
industry. We need to get that, like the low stakes of this. Of like some guy was just like, hey, what if we jammed up? What if we made one thing look like shit? I think they'd like it. 'Cause that's a crazy thing to mix together. It seems
Gummies and Nerds. Yeah.
They're so good.
yeah, individually.
Also love, I know them as Kazoozles, I think, but they might have another name. They're like the gummy straw that has a filling on the inside.
No, the Twizzlers family made these. It's like they've got like a sour stuff on the inside.
Yeah.
I went through a real phase where I was
yeah.
giving myself horrifying acid reflux by eating these.
That makes sense.
What about?
I like a classic Twizzler. Too.
Yeah, same, dude.
No,
Yeah. I like the kind of waxy taste.
Yeah, I'm with
they're fine. They're fine.
Same thing
He
with the
didn't like
red
that
vine.
answer at all, which I like. I was with it, but I also like. I want to be on the other side just for fun. I hate it too. All right, best childhood costume. You guys got any classics locked and loaded, or how are you feeling?
I'd probably have to like the one that immediately comes to mind just because I was obsessed with everything from the toys to the TV show to wearing the shit is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, yeah. That's tight.
Which version did you come
Bonus
in on?
points if you went-
Cartoons or those weird guys?
The cartoons, like the cartoons from the 90s.
Yeah, because Barret, I'm 32. You're my age, yes? Ish?
I'm older. I'm 38.
Okay, cool. But point being is you're not on any of this new bullshit. You know it.
No, I don't even know about that.
Oh,
I don't
hold
even
on.
know
The new
about that
bullshit's
stuff.
not bad.
That's fine. I just want to make sure that we're all.
Hold on. It's definitely better than those guys who did the worst prosthetics in the entire world. And
No,
then
that was
said like weird shit. You know what I mean? Like they were always being weird to April and stuff.
But yeah, bonus points if you could get your friends to go and you each wanted the like which guy you
someone's
wanted.
getting
My parents
Because
put
I was a Leonardo guy, like through and through. Like give me the blue and the double swords.
I was Michelangelo.
I didn't want. See, we would have gotten along.
My parents put me in a regular turtle costume and then gave me a slinky as my nunchuck.
God damn, you had a different
And
experience.
they fed me to the wolves at school that day, and it ruined Halloween for me for a very long time. And the only costume that really saved me was in 4th grade, I was Gilligan
Okay.
from Gilligan's Island.
Did anyone know
obviously.
what you were?
It was, it was getting a lot of airplay on Nickelodeon at that
Okay,
time
okay.
in like the
On the
really
Nick at Night,
early
yeah,
mornings or late at
Yeah.
night. And so I think people generally knew, but it was one of my best costumes simply because I had all the stuff. I was like, oh, I can take these white pants. Oh, I can get this red Henley and put this white polo shirt underneath it for the collar. And then I had the white hat. And I was like, oh, I can do this.
Yeah.
But other than that, I really don't like Halloween costumes.
Damn, the
with you,
Ninja
Will.
Turtle ones alone would really, you got to carry that slinky around.
It ruined it
Yeah.
for me, man.
Oh my God.
I was a hobo one year. I kind of had a good element to it.
I have to say, in
Stick the
regards
window.
to the turtle talk, I would have been Donatello, purple with the staff. So
With
so
the
far,
staff,
the
yeah,
three of
yeah,
us would
yeah.
have been just fine. So that leaves
We would have been just
Timothy
fine. Yeah.
with
April.
With
April.
he's not-
She's the only one with a job. She's regular. Other than her hanging out with turtles and not saying anything, she seems pretty cool.
That's tight.
Yeah,
She's on the
You'd be
news.
Shredder.
Yeah,
He
Shredder.
is Shredder, dude.
Yeah, well, you're
Or Casey
Bebop or
Jones.
Rocksteady. Casey Jones, that's a good one. Plus, there was a great hardcore band called Casey Jones
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
town. You're Bebop or Rocksteady, maybe both.
Who's that?
They were like the Rhino and the other guy that were sort of goofing
And the
around. They were
Warthog.
bad guys, but they were sort
Yeah.
of,
Just causing hijinks.
yeah, they were like almost friends
yeah,
at a
yeah.
certain. Yeah.
That's tight.
Okay. What about this? How do you like adults in costume, or does that bother you? You guys would get in costumes or no?
So we're very far apart on this. I love costumes still. I love getting dressed up. Like I love Halloween. Will does not. He's
Yeah.
he stresses about costumes.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
not.
he
he's
shared
not
his
super
trauma,
into
so-
it.
Costumes, they don't come naturally to me. So I always need someone to like either guide me or help me. And I'm just not very good at it. And so having kids has inspired me more to like do stuff. And now I feel like now that my kids are at the age where they like understand Halloween, I almost feel like I need to dress up in a way. I need to impress them and get them
I'm
excited.
sure. I'm
Yeah,
sure that'll.
yeah.
I'm sure that'll land well with them. It's a very nice thing to do. But Barret said they stress you out. They stress me out.
He's
a
scared
great
of them.
deal.
He's scared of adults in costume. He just
I-
won't come out and say it.
I know. I'll say right now. I'm
Yeah.
I'm terrified of adults in costume. I hate when people
He doesn't
start
like when-
acting funny.
He doesn't like when they won't break character.
Yeah. Oh my god, it makes
Which
me
is
sick to
funny.
my stomach, dude.
But
Do you have anything against it, or you just like don't like being in a costume? You know
the
what I mean?
slinky thing, obviously.
Yeah, the slinky thing ruined it for you.
No, for me, if I'm in a costume that
Childhood
nails
trauma.
it, like if I'm in a costume that nails it, I'm in a great mood.
Oh, okay.
But I am so bad at putting together costumes that most of the time I'm walking around with low confidence. It's not good.
Yeah, I hate them all. If you got a driver's license and you're in a costume and you like, especially won't break character, it's the worst. It literally will send me into like a spiral. It's like I don't know what it is, man, but it's when people get all moving funny and you're like, ha, that's funny. No, but like let's just talk to me normal, dude. And they like won't. Then that's it. Then I'll leave, or I just won't. I just can't do it.
Wait, what's coming to your mind right now? Thinking about the last time that an adult
it clearly
in costume
happened
wouldn't
one
break
time.
character.
It has scared him.
What was the character?
No, don't try to therapy him.
Yeah,
he
what was
he
the
won't
character?
allow it. It's a whole thing. I've been trying for years.
He was like a Charlie Chaplin, like a friend of his was Charlie Chaplin and wouldn't speak
I
to
don't
him.
know. I really
I'm thinking
don't
of
know.
like, he's persona non grata now, but like y'all remember when? And honestly, this was probably a sign of the type of shit he was into. But you remember the videos from a few years ago when Diddy was the Joker,
We looked
Yeah.
at this just
And he-
recently.
he-
It is disgusting.
and he was like way too good and way too into it.
Yeah.
And it seemed like he wasn't breaking character.
Yeah, that's it. And also, are you guys Office fans? Have we talked about this? Okay,
Yes,
there's a one Halloween episode of The Office. It may or may not be the episode where everybody dresses up as the Joker.
As the Joker,
But
yeah.
Oscar, he dresses up as the rational consumer, as it were, and he has to. He's giving his explanation to multiple people throughout the party of what it is, and it makes me it's disgusting to me. Is when you have a whole script that you have to tell people, and you hear it once, and then you happen to hear them muttering it from across the room. You're like, I can't hear them talk about this thing anymore. So I'm wrong. I accept it. But I hate it from the bottom of my heart.
I don't necessarily think you're wrong. The intensity you're bringing feels loaded.
It's the same feeling of someone like,
need to unpackage
it's like somebody
some
holding
stuff.
you down and tickling you until you're going to throw up. That's the same sensation of like,
Yeah.
you can't catch your breath and you're like, please just stop, leave me alone.
Something's going on in there. All right, let's move on. Best dressed scary guy. Okay, so these are like classic horror fellas or ladies, and we're looking for the best dressed one. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. Oh man.
You think like Freddy's
Patrick
got the
Bateman?
mohair? That's kind of Marnie coded.
Yeah.
Patrick Bateman was just dripped out in suits.
Yeah, we talked about that. See, I have a little bit of a problem with how
80s Armani Taylor.
into people, like people are too into him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, he's a weirdo.
Yeah, they get too into him. But other than that,
He's a weirdo.
He dressed great. Armani, I would imagine.
Yes. Yeah. I would obviously. I mean, you got to throw Dracula into the mix.
Yeah.
He had that drip.
He's got a lot of drip with the cape
Popped
and
collar.
the blousey shirts.
Real quick, Barrett, just since you said Dracula, it's a bit that we've never maybe talked about on the pod, but
It's not gonna
we
land.
had, yeah, if this doesn't land, I apologize, but I can't help but not do it. But we had a customer or an employee of ours long ago who would like kind of like do like a Dracula bit. Like he would talk like this.
Just sometimes he would just apropos of nothing.
But he went up to the rack where we had some Visvim on the rack, and he goes, "Bizbim, huh?" And it's just like stay with me forever. So yeah, Dracula, he's a Visvim guy too, which is kind of cool.
The bit.
He's a Visvim
Or he
guy.
like
yeah,
maybe doesn't
yeah.
really know what it is.
Bizbim, huh?
Dude, he's heard of it. He saw Kanye wear it one time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would also go like not really like horror. Like the Freddy Krueger one is a great one. You know, classic sweater there. Not really horror, but like Terminator comes to mind. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Works.
You know, 6 sunglasses, the leather jacket.
Yeah, he's giving something.
Yeah, I can get that.
I was thinking that like basically Frankenstein kind of dresses like Evan Kenory, you know, because his shit doesn't fit. It's like all kind of short and big, you know. You know.
I mean, I think
He's scared of fire.
I cannot wait for.
So it's that big, and that's his whole thing. So dumb.
I think the costuming in the Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein movie is going to be pretty sick.
I'm excited for this
Oh,
movie.
that's a Lordy.
That's
Yep.
Elordi and Oscar Isaac. Yeah.
Who's Frankenstein?
A Lordy, right?
Well, Elordi is Frankenstein's monster.
Okay.
Oscar
Understood.
Isaac
Yeah,
is
okay.
is
Dr. Frank.
is
Oh
Dr.
yeah, I see what you're saying.
Frankenstein.
The thing is though, do you think he bulked up a little for it? He needs a little. He's looking a little spindly for
I think he must have.
Frankenstein.
I agree. I think he must have put on at least a
bigger traps.
at least a little bit of weight. But they're doing like they're doing something different with him in the costuming. He's not
hot
like I don't think he's gonna
Frankenstein?
have He's hot Frankenstein. I don't think he's gonna have the bolts coming out of his neck.
Okay.
He's not green.
Mistake 1 and 2.
It's like he looks like more like he's wearing like rather than Evan Kenory, it's like more like Anda Mulemeister or
this is-
or
He's
some
just
Rick Owens
Eastern
type
European.
shit. Yeah. It's like
He's trying
got
to
like
get into
big
Berghain.
big
Yeah,
shawls
Berghain,
and like hoods
Yeah.
and
This is like anyone in a club in Warsaw.
There's gonna be a cut, and you're gonna be like, "Is that a fucking? Is he wearing a fishnet tank top, dude?"
Hang out with A.G. Cook.
he would definitely get into Berghain the way that he's
He's
fitted
dating
out.
Charlie XCX. Okay, moving on.
That should be that should be a TikTok bit, Barrett, where you dress like Frankenstein until you get into Berghain. Day 1 of dressing like Frankenstein until
Just
I get
waiting
in.
in the line. I wonder if do the Germans have Frankenstein? Seems like.
Surely, right?
Love him.
Yeah.
It's funnier if
Right?
they don't know what you're doing, but you have the bolts and stuff. That's really what I was getting at. So,
Yeah, true.
okay, you guys, what horror movie would you survive? Like what guy?
This is a good one.
I'm not good with horror movies.
Yeah, me either. Will.
I feel like I think I'm gonna go Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface.
Yeah.
I think I would survive that one because
It's out of shape.
in every Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie I've seen, there's always one scene where they could drive away in the car, but they don't.
Do you want to know when that would be for me? The second we pulled up and they got it into park, I'd get in the car and be like, do whatever you want. I'm not doing this. I didn't know we were going to drive out here.
But yeah, for me, I would just be like, no, we're going to drive the car now. Yeah.
Just leave. I'd leave
We're
anyone
actually
behind.
leaving. We're gonna leave.
No
We're gonna
friend would be.
Yes.
Unless it was
Yes.
my kid. I'm not going back. Okay, we got one last one. You guys, either of you have any scary experiences from real life?
Oh yeah, these are things that are spooky that you've either experienced or firsthand heard.
No, we've been having some occurrences at our house lately that I've been thinking in the moment could be the first step into being haunted,
Okay.
but none have been recurring enough to actually give me concern. I think I'm simply on too high of alert right now. I have had windows randomly open,
Like you saw them open?
which I don't.
Or they just
No, I just heard it. Like I had one where I just heard it and I was like, what just happened? And the
Okay.
window was just open
this?
and it went up. It wasn't like it just went out and like whatever. It went up.
Oh,
I heard some weird noises the other night that are still unexplained, but people have tried to explain them to me, and I'm refusing to believe that they actually were that way.
You got poltergeist in the
Maybe,
house?
maybe.
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
I think someone's phone might have been hooked up to a Bluetooth speaker. But
Timothy just told me that all the actors and actresses in Poltergeist, a lot of them have died in weird ways.
Yeah, they all had weird stuff going on. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's the poltergeist curse.
I'd like
Yeah.
to know more about that. That's right up my alley. But
Check out YouTube.
damn, you know, if the window goes up, if it were going out, you know, as a draft, somebody opened a door in another part of the house.
What are you
and the
guys
pressure was
talking
just
about?
right.
Up versus out.
like the window shoved up.
Like the
Instead
window
of
raises
it
up rather than
opening
like
like a door.
Yeah.
It goes up into itself. You know what I'm saying? You slide the window up.
Oh. You guys are acting like it could go either way, and then
I just
they chose
assumed-
the ghost chose a certain way.
Oh, no, I think he's saying like typically when you think of a window opening on itself, it's like, okay, cool, well, that makes sense. Somebody closed a door in the back of the house, door was open, it caused a pressure and popped it open. He's saying it slid up, indicating that it couldn't have been a change in pressure
Yeah.
in the room.
That freaked me out far more than a window just like flailing
Agreed.
out would have
Yeah.
been.
Oh, I see
Going
what
up
you're saying.
it was just like, what just happened here?
It's
well, you got to stay on high alert.
that's
Yeah.
a lot, man. I've said this once. I'll say it again.
I'm comfortable with it right
Ghosts
now.
are so annoying. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
all they do is the most annoying shit
They're a lot.
that you could ever imagine. Like just chill out. Like for example, if I was
Like,
in that world, I would not try to escape. That's the first part of it. I would just be happy to be in purgatory like that. And number two, I wouldn't go open people's shit up because I wouldn't do that normally. Why are you doing it in the you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
Well,
like
obviously, being a ghost, there's something that makes you want to haunt people.
Yeah.
Just write them a note
You know?
if you got something to say. You got critoral form. You can open a window. Write a note.
What is something cool a ghost can do? Like if you were gonna, sounds like you would be a cool ghost rather than an
Not
annoying
go to work. That's cool. Not drive. That's cool. Pretty much everything they do is cool. Not eat. That's cool. They don't have to do anything. They're just chilling. That's it. It's
true.
For eternity.
What about
they're just doing bits.
like
You're-
fun
you're
haunting? Like what if you were just
exactly
like what if you were just like a Beetlejuice type of ghost?
He's not fun. He stinks.
Yeah,
Look at him. He's gross.
he's having fun. I don't think anyone else is.
Well, I mean, but he's having fun. So quite literally, my next door, the house right next to mine. Oh, just over a year ago, there was a double homicide in it.
Whoa.
Oh my God. You were home for this?
We were. Apparently, there were 9 gunshots. We didn't hear a thing. I have no idea how we didn't.
Wow.
But yeah. An elderly couple was murdered by their grandson.
Wow.
And so I keep waiting for something like
Yeah.
freaky to happen.
Yeah. It's gonna happen.
Because I
too.
feel like we're right there. It's like
You're
The first
right
part
there.
happened.
Yeah.
I feel like they do put quite a bit of time between, the haunting and the initial attack.
It's never the next day.
Yeah, it's not like that. It's not even
Yeah.
like that month. So I
Yeah,
feel like you've
yeah.
got a little bit of a window.
Well,
They're patient. They're patient.
they're patient.
That first year is like
they're waiting to
syllabus
really
day.
they got a lot of time.
the first 10 years of purgatory are sort of like you got a lot of exploring to do before you get bored and just go back to the place where
Here's homeroom.
The gap
Here are the
year.
bathrooms.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, syllabus day.
We mentioned The Office a little bit. Did y'all watch the Mike Schur show, The Good Place?
Yeah, a little bit of it. I don't think I got all the way through it though, but I know what you're talking about.
Really, really good show. Very like if you're in need of like a 25-minute network comedy.
It's got
very
the
good
right
show.
coloring for a sitcom. You know what I mean? Where it's just all very like
It
bright
does. It
and
does.
nice. Yeah, to look at. That's good.
Like a Windows XP background.
And I don't want to like give too much away, but like there's an idea within the show that like that there's the good place, the bad place, and the medium place. And ever since watching the show, like at least once a week, I think about how it feels like maybe this is just the medium place.
Could be.
Could be. I like where your head's at.
Like there's like enough good to like feel decent most of the time.
Yeah.
But then there's also just unbelievable, catastrophic, and awful shit happening all the time. And it's like, maybe this is the medium place.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense.
Hadn't thought about that.
Sit on that one now.
So now that's going to haunt you.
I'll think about that on my drive home today.
To your haunted house.
Hey, real quick, in regards to spooky, scary stuff, you know, Timothy and I really like aliens, and I just wanted to pitch you guys this business idea that I had falling asleep the other night. I just remembered it.
You had like a fever yesterday too.
Yeah, I didn't work yesterday. I was cooked. The whole body was like stiff and headache throbbing, you know, but we're back in it. But here's this business idea. With all of this AI, I'm trying to think, how can I leverage this for something that matters? And you know what would be really interesting is there was this guy, I want to say in Michigan. He was for years and years and years sending out like a radio signal, and he like got one back. You know what I mean? And this is supposed to be proof of aliens or what have you. Imagine if you had this. I was thinking you guys are out in Texas, big old open skies. They talk about how Texas is wide open. You could mount a series of cameras to your roof that would film the night sky, and then in real time, AI is going to assess the film and look for any anomalies. And I think what you're going to find is there's a lot more anomalies in the sky than you previously thought.
But you can't imagine.
I can
There's
hear
no
this.
way that you didn't just someone's doing this.
Nah,
I think that's what the telescopes are.
Yeah, no, but he thought of it, and that's what matters.
He didn't, and no one thought to attach the AI portion, I suppose.
We just need to start everybody. What we need to do is this is what it needs to be. It needs to be a company like. Not to give Elon any play, but like a Starlink, where it's a device that is mailed to every home that pays the yearly subscription. You climb up on your roof and you mount it in the most, vertical fashion. It is oriented directly to the sky. And then all of that data is just constantly feeding. And what you're creating is basically webs. If I'm in Northeast Ohio, I'm going to cover X amount of sky. And if enough people are buying these devices and mounting them on the roof, you can create maps of the sky. And you would be able to have this in real time.
I was going to say, it's a map of the skies.
Yeah,
it's a map.
But in real time, and basically, you're looking for any sort of anomalies or things that stand out. Just trying to capture those.
Okay,
aliens.
let me ask you this though. What as the consumer, as the what is
rational
Oscar
consumer?
in the office?
The rational consumer,
as the rational consumer,
as it were. He says, "I hate it."
As it were. What am I getting from this? Like, am I getting some type of?
I was curious about as well.
You have to just assume that you're in it for the
for the thrills
or for the the doing good of the in the world. So you're
Okay,
part of the
human
larger
race.
picture.
Humanity.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, follow up too.
Mm-hmm.
Could you explain the difference between this and an observatory?
One happens in mass, and one is only gathering just a small portion of the sky.
You there's not just like one. There's like multiples, and then they spin it around.
But imagine if every home was an observatory.
Imagine that.
That's true.
All I'm saying, guys, is we'd get somewhere. I think Barry, you raise a good point. There needs to be something in the consumer's mind. You know what? It might be this. I'm going to backtrack. The company, it's similar to you get a credit from the city for your solar panels. It's similarly this.
Right.
So
right.
the company needs to be backed by the government in some way because there needs to be some sort of exchange. There's the information is worth something. But you're right. Obviously, you wouldn't pay a monthly fee to contribute to the search of aliens unless you're really into it. But you would pay a monthly fee if you got something from it. So we could couple it with internet.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe we link up with
Okay.
what are those cameras that everyone has on their phone that are for the door?
Ring.
Ring.
Yeah,
Ring cam.
This did make me think of a ring camera, but
It's a ring camera for scary stuff.
Ring camera pointed up.
Guys, what I'm about to do is going to kill me inside because of the point we are in this conversation. But I have to go.
Oh, we've run out of time.
I have rented a bar that I have to do something in, and if I don't get there in 15 minutes, I'm going to get yelled at.
Let's go. Let's let him go.
Yeah, well.
Now, granted, we'll pick this up at some point, but let's let them get out of there.
Yeah.
We'll do your intro and everything, so we'll explain where people can reach you. Boys, thank you as always. We appreciate you coming on and talking to us.
Thank you so much. I really hate to cut it short for me when I am right now, but
Chase,
one of the sharks
what's the
walking
name of the
out.
company? The last thing. What's the name? You have a name for it?
Skylink.
Skynet. Skylink.
Should have no issue getting this thing off the ground.
no, that
We'll
works.
see it. We'll be billionaires next time you see us. But
Yeah.
Don't forget us when there's an opportunity to get on an early round.
I'll tie you guys in.
Yeah, we'll
Don't
tie
worry
you in.
about
No
it. I'll
worries,
tie you
no
right in.
worries.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
bye, fellas.
Bye, guys. Have fun.
All
Will.
right. Thanks, y'all.
Bye. Thank you.